Well, good afternoon. I done a video here a while back of all the tractors that's in this barn. Now I gotta get a whole bunch of them out because I sold the engine off that VAC back here today. So yeah, I'll show you what I gotta do to get to it. I gotta move these garage doors that I was going to put up here someday. And there's a couple pallets of parts and some tires under there. Gotta get them out. Gotta pull the 630 case out. Couldn't get it started after I put it in here, so I gotta pull it out and pull it around and see if I can get it running. And RC Alice, I'm sure it'll start and drive right out. Little BN Farmall. Oh, I think I'll pull it out. And that VAC there, oh, it'll run, I'm sure, but I'll pull it out. But that one right there is the one I gotta get the engine off of. And while I'm at it, I'm going to take the old mounted plow lift off the back, and I might put it on one of them other VACs, or maybe the VAO. That'd look kind of cute, putting a mounted plow on a VAO. But, and I don't know, I have a few parts left over, but anyhow, I guess I'd better get to work. I got a lot of things in here that shouldn't be in a barn, but oh, there ain't no room outside no more. Alright, that's all for now. Well, looky here, I got some of that stuff moved out front. Got this section of the machine shed almost emptied out. Pulled the 630 case out and started it, and it run just fine. The other tractors, I didn't bother about starting them, but they all would have if I wanted to get them going. And here's the old VAC I sold the engine out of. It's kind of a rough old thing. Got a bunch of junk on it. And it came with the old two-bottom mounted plow. That's about the only reason I kept it. Anyhow, oh, what was it? 1, 2, 3, 4. Pulled out 4 tractors, and this one's still here. Got that big old chain hoist up there. Thought it'd come in handy tearing this apart and get the front end off and pull the engine out. Anyhow, there was 2 or 3 of them had flat front tires, and 3 of them had either a flat tire or low tires, and 2 of the rear tires wouldn't pump up. I think they must be about ruined. But the rest of them pumped up all right and got it out. And anyhow, so now I've got to get to work and pull this thing apart. And I think I'll take the engine out of that other VAC, the good run, and just put it on this rear end, and I'll have everything done. Now this is a 1946 VAC. Oh well, anyhow, that's about it up for now. That's all. Bye. Yeah, I made a little progress, a couple hours, and I take the front end off and undo the steering rod, and take apart the transmission, and I'll have the motor off. That's all for now. Yeah, good afternoon. I got it done. I got the engine off the VAC. Got it hanging here on the skid loader. ready for the guy to come get it. And the big old chain hoist worked just fine. And got all the parts over there that I took off. It doesn't come with a engine, rebuild type engine. And clutch and pressure plate looks to be good. There, and I made one little bit of a mistake. I made a boo-boo. Down there on the bottom of the bell housing, piece of tin cover that I forgot to take off, and I had a heck of a time pulling that engine out of there with that little piece of tin hanging up there. Other than that, it all come apart decent. Everything unbolted good except one bolt broke off. And another thing kind of surprising, I didn't have any little accidents and cut up the back of my hands. For some reason I'm getting a little tender. Anyhow, so that's about what it did. Anyhow, I think I'm going to get that other VAC and pull a good engine off and put it back on this one. And I got some good tires put on it. Then I'll have one of them ones with some funny old plow that won't be worth nothing. It'll be something just a little different, just to look at it, a show maybe. That's all for now. Bye. Oh, this skid loader here, the boom is fastened up on a safety lock. It can't come down. But the forks there can drift down over a day or so, but nothing to worry about walking under it. That's all. Bye.